Hey, welcome to Off the Wall. I'm your host, Tyler the LOL boy, but you can call me Tyler.
And I'm Presto the Magnificent, but you can call me Preston.
And welcome to the 50th official episode of Off the Wall. It's crazy that we are at 50 episodes already.
And we have many more ideas and big stuff coming, so stay tuned for the Wobject for those.
And also joining us is our second ever guest on the show, Jake.
Hey all, Jake here. I got a ginormous list of Mariokart tracks, and so I put a lot of research into that. Pretty good, solid night.
So and the reason for that is because today we're gonna rank every single course in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and probably have Mario Kart Murder Part 2.
Oh yeah.
And we also have a few huge announcements for our Wobject today that we think everybody will enjoy. So join us on this episode of Off the Wall. Yeah.
Touch grass, stay healthy.
Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I don't touch grass because there's snow. Actually, there's no snow on it right now.
No,
but
a little bit.
I'm trying to think. Touch grass. Give me another thing that you like that starts with T.
Let's see. Can't think of anything. Sorry. Tyler. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Touch grass.
Off
Tyler
the
and Tears
wall.
of the Kingdom.
Oh, I like it.
There we go.
The triple T.
The triple T.
I feel so honored to be above Tears of the Kingdom in that list.
Well, the last one is the most important.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah, it's like S tier is Tears of the Kingdom, then Tyler, and then Touch Grass.
Okay,
Like you can touch grass if you want to, but it's not like necessary. No.
Fair.
And with that, we're gonna move on to what we've been up to recently and what we've been playing. Tyler, let's have you start us off.
I decided to. So me and my friend were gonna play Mario Kart, but then she realized she didn't have the online subscription. So we got on Fall Guys instead. I was carrying her the entire time, and I got my first ever
literally or
yeah,
because you can't actually carry people in that game. So that literally carried her, like dragged her to the end of the goal.
I was the reason we got past the first round every time. And I also got my first ever win in Fall Guys the other day, which was actually kind of easy. But because I also almost died like 5 times on the last round. But I also have been playing Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. We'll get into that a lot later. I was able to beat New Super Mario Bros. Wii in under 40 minutes.
Wow.
That's impressive.
I am trying to get in under 35 minutes, maybe even under half an hour. I need a perfect run, no deaths. I died like 3 times on like one of the levels, and the roller coaster level in World 8 is always my slowest one, along with the poison raft level in World 5. That one always slows me down.
Yeah.
But yeah, under 40-minute speedrun New Super Mario Bros. Wii is pretty good, I'd say.
Okay.
I also played some of the bosses in Mario Odyssey because they're fun. And I also played a little bit of Apex Legends.
Fine, sure, whatever. I have been only playing the highest quality of games. I've been playing Super Mario Bros. Wonder, trying to work on the 100% there. I have every single Wonder Seed. Just need to get a few more 10 coins and flagpole tops, and I will be golden there. I've been playing some more Paper Mario 64. I beat the second world of the game. Trying to finish that so we can finally record episode 48.
Well, we're doing it in 2 weeks.
3 weeks.
2 weeks.
3 weeks. Because we're doing it probably after... Yeah, we can talk about it later.
Yeah, we'll
probably cut that out.
Yeah.
I've also... So for my music 1010 class, I had an assignment where I had to pick a song and defend it. So I was like, hey, I know a song that I like. I'm Here from the hit game Sonic Frontiers. So I did that. I listened to it like 17 times so I could write a 2-page essay about it. And then I was like, you know what? This makes me want to play Sonic Frontiers. So I jumped back into the game. I looked at some of the update stuff. I just ran around the open world, and I did the first worlds. What part of the update was they added boss fight, like a boss fight gauntlet. So I did the boss fight gauntlet for
You
the
have it
first world.
digitally, don't you?
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, I did the boss fight gauntlet for the first world. I did the first boss again, which is still one of my favorite bosses in just all of video games. It's really good. Good game. Recommend. If you have something that's not a Switch, don't play it on Switch because it's inferior on Switch, but it's good. Play Sonic Frontiers. I played some Among Us because they announced that they're doing an indie Cosmic Cube, so I need to get the Celeste skins and the Undertale skins and the Hat in Time skins. So I currently
got the hot dog skin.
6,000. So the way that game works is you play games and you get like 100 beans per game, and I'm saving up for 7,000. I'm at 6,000 right now.
Let's go.
So I'm very close to being able to get the Cosmic Cube, and then I have to play the game more so that I can actually unlock what's in the Cosmic Cube.
Yeah, I've like 100% of like 3 Cosmic Cubes. I've played Among Us too much. Personally, it's one of my favorite games. It's something I can go back to anytime.
I think Logan's like halfway done with the Indie Cosmic Cube already because he already had enough beans when we went into the game to play it. Lucky man. Yeah, so that's what I've been doing for Among Us, and then I've been playing newer Super Mario Bros. Wii, which is a very good emulated mod game. It's good. It's fun.
I gotta play.
It's well made. And I've been playing Mariokart Double Dash. I got a gold trophy in the first cup, so I'm working on doing that for all of them. So that
Let me know when you have Rainbow Road.
I will. But that's all I've been playing. Jake, you? What do we got?
To make the list, I did a lot of Mario Kart, so I can do some good research and scientifically prove what the best tracks are. And then Mario Wonder and a little bit of Tears of the Kingdom and Watermelon game, and that's about it.
The Watermelon. Everyone
you have
plays
Fortnite on your list.
Yeah, I did. I think that should count since I got it like last night.
So. You first got Fortnite last night.
Yeah.
You're starting on chapter 5.
Are you playing I Want Watermelon on mobile, or are you playing it on Switch?
There's a Switch version.
Yes, Suika Game is what it's called on Switch, and it's so much better than the mobile version.
No,
that's what I have.
I might get it with gold coins.
Yeah, it's $3, but it's worth it.
Wow, it's crazy. I did not know that.
Yeah. I might get it.
Yeah, so that's all we've been playing. Want to announce the next segment, Tyler?
We're going to move on to our 5-star review / Patreon shout out. We have a one 5-star review from my good friend Malini. She says, "These guys are awesome. They need to keep it up. I love the podcast. I can't wait to hear for more updates about this podcast. Episodes about
I can't wait to hear for more episodes about this podcast."
She's not good at typing.
You heard it here first. Our fans aren't great at typing.
Well, they listen to Nintendo podcasts. Do you think they have lives?
Speaking of not having lives, let's move on to our next segment, the Waluigi News. We got the Game Awards coming up, and both Tears of the Kingdom and Mario Wonder were nominated for Game of the Year. Tears of the Kingdom has a chance.
Mario Wonder's not winning.
Maybe
it'll win Best Family Game, but
it'll win Best Family Game.
If Mario Wonder wins Game of the Year, I will buy a $60 copy of the game and give it out for free on the Discord.
Ooh. I'll give out a Mario plushie on the Discord.
Yeah, but I don't think it's gonna happen. And then the other thing that we have is there are designs revealed for a scrapped version. You know, this is very fitting for a podcast because we have there's Wario, there's Waluigi, and then there are scrap designs revealed for Wapeach.
We talked about that last week.
We didn't though.
When we talked about Maddie Beth's question of who's your favorite Nintendo girl. We talked about Waluigi
we mentioned it, but that's
terrifying.
Honestly, gives me Tingle vibes.
Tingle, I can see that. It
yeah,
does. It's just skinny female Tingle.
Yeah,
Wapeach. I don't think the models show off her expressiveness very well, but the fan art that I've seen is pretty good. And
is it like a
yeah? No, this is an official. Model. And I'm a fan of I think the fan art is all good, but the models are not very flattering.
No. But what, like, here, go down. The one with, here, keep going. That one. The one with
Yeah,
Wario and Waluigi.
There's one that's like Wario, Waluigi, and Peach together. It's yeah, like I could see it happening, but
He's T-posing. Why is Waluigi T-posing?
because Waluigi always T-poses to assert dominance.
That's fair.
That might be an episode title. Waluigi T-poses to assert dominance. Our next news item here is Donkey Kong is coming to Universal Japan in 2024. There's a full Donkey Kong amusement park. There's going to be a minecart track that has an actual jump in the track.
It looks so cool. It looks, honestly, I'd say borderline better than the Nintendo land. Like, I love the aesthetic of the Donkey Kong world.
I agree. I wish I could go to Japan.
I'm going to the Nintendo World next month.
But that's the wrong one, though.
Well, it's the one that I can afford to go to.
And our final news item is, to nobody's surprise, Tears of the Kingdom is Polygon's Game of the Year.
Wow. W move.
Yeah, W. Honestly, hope it keeps going in the Game of the Year show. Yeah, so that's it for that. Our next thing is community questions. Okay, so first question that we have here is from Josiah P., who runs the Gaming Corner podcast. We're going to have him on a couple episodes. What are the political standards of Mushroom Gorge?
I don't understand how to answer this question.
I would have to say it's totalitarianic, where you are either mushroom or you are
gorge.
Yeah,
you are either mushroom or you are gorge.
Or 6 feet under. I don't know.
I think it's communists personally, because of all the red, and there are Goombas there, and Bowser runs Goombas, and Bowser's kind of communist. Or I guess he's more of a dictator.
That is
I'd say Mushroom Gorge is a dictatorship.
Yeah.
Tyler, but he doesn't run Mushroom Gorge. I don't know what the. I don't know.
Just give something.
Socialism.
You heard it here first.
Whenever I say like socializing, like I don't like socializing. I usually say socialism.
I don't like socialism.
That's what I say. I say socialism instead of socializing.
I prefer communism personally.
But I mean, I'll just say that I know it's something bad, but I don't really know what it is. So we'll just go with that.
All right. Next question is, which Rainbow Rain is the best one, and why is it the one on Wii? There's no Rainbow Rain on Wii.
Yeah, I've never heard of Rainbow
There's a Rainbow Rain in Mario Wonder when it rains shooting stars.
Even that, they're yellow. They're not rainbow. They're rainbow when they touch you, but not rainbow.
I think what he's asking is which Rainbow Road is the best one. In which case, you're gonna have to wait and
you're gonna wait and find out.
Do we have something that Rainbow Road that we want to shout out that isn't? I'm
gonna give a shout out to the GCN one, even though I've never played it. It looks really fun.
I really like DS Rainbow Road.
I like all the Rainbow Roads that haven't been added.
Yeah. Okay. Our next question is, which of the Daisy courses is your favorite and why?
Daisy Circuit, and it's not even close.
Daisy Circuit, and it's not even close.
Daisy Circuit, and it's not even close.
There we go. I don't understand the hype behind Daisy Cruiser, to be honest.
I like Daisy Cruiser and Double Dash.
It's too difficult in 8 Deluxe.
It's fine in 8 Deluxe.
So, well, there's one turn that really gets me every time.
The next question is from... Oh, yeah, by the way, that one was from Maddie Beth, and the one before was from Mute Dog the Gamer. So this one is from Monkey Thunder, which is the worst DLC Mario Kart course, and we're going to answer this in the next segment.
Yep.
Or the segment after the next segment. After the next segment. We're going to answer it in an upcoming segment. Next question is from Maddie Beth. What's your favorite color and why?
Blue. It's the most versatile color.
Purple. Because it's Waluigi.
I like purple and lime green.
Solid, yeah, I agree. What's your favorite season of the year and why?
Winter.
Fall.
Winter.
Winter's when all the exciting things happen for me, because my birthday is beginning of January, and Christmas is also a thing. And I always just feel like a kid again during this time of year. I don't know why. It's also just, I mean, if it was winter anywhere else, it'd probably feel the same. But I always look forward to looking outside and seeing a big blizzard happening. I don't know. It's probably not going to be the same where I will have to shovel the sidewalk at the place I work, but we'll suck it up.
Yeah, the reason fall is my favorite is because fall is right between summer, which is too hot, and winter, which is too cold. So fall is like that Goldilocks zone of just right.
I'm personally a cold lover.
And I like the colors, and I'm not allergic to it like spring. So,
all right, we got one from Monkey Thunder once again. What's your favorite kind of ice cream and why?
Are we going toppings or base flavor?
Just base flavor.
Base flavor.
If cookie dough actually had cookie dough in it, I think it'd be the best. But I have yet to
get a big J shake.
I work there, and the cookie dough is good, but there's no chunks. So
okay,
I'd
go to the Polar Bear in Preston, Idaho.
I need to go there.
Their cookie dough shakes, they're expensive, but they got like chunks and cookie dough blended in.
I need to go give it a shot. Sounds really good.
All right, my favorite kind of ice cream. So there's a certain brand of ice cream that we have here where we live called Space Debris, and it's like huckleberry ice cream with raspberry flavored chocolate chunks or something. It's really good. I love Space Debris. That's my answer.
Personally, I would go with like raspberry flavor. I love raspberry flavored ice cream, and when I get a shake like from a place that you can get multiple things in, I always get raspberry and cookie dough and sometimes cheesecake. It's great combination. You don't have to have the cheesecake in there, but it helps with it a lot.
Yeah, it does.
Next question.
What happened to Sonic after the Korean War?
After the Korean War, Sonic the Hedgehog found himself haunted by the traumatic experiences he endured during the Great Conflict, leading him to contract PTSD. Sonic's once carefree demeanor was replaced by frequent bouts of anxiety, nightmares, and a heightened startle response. The high-speed adventures that were once his source of joy became triggers for distressing memories, causing Sonic to withdraw from his friends and the activities he once loved. So, on November 14th, 1993, Sonic the Hedgehog decided to commit a crime against humanity and create Sonic Spinball.
Okay,
cool. Why would he do that?
Check out. It'll be up on the day after this comes out. Check out on the Gaming Corner podcast the Retro Rewind episode of Sonic Spinball. I have a voice cameo on it.
Let's go.
Sweet.
All right, our next segment, best and worst.
We need a better name for this segment.
I like this segment.
I was going to say this when we were doing the tracks, but I have to say that I'm overall not really impressed with the characters or the overall DLC for Mario Kart. The new characters just do not hold up against the old ones. And biggest missed opportunity, why did we not get Captain Falcon? We literally have an F-Zero track. We have an F-Zero
because they don't care about F-Zero anymore.
If you're only taking stuff from original Mario Kart games, hear me out. Rob, he was in Mario Kart DS, and he would be such a better character than Peachette.
Yeah, so many missed opportunities.
What about missed opportunity? King Bob-omb. Like he's gotten a lot of more representation. He was in Mario Golf Super Rush.
Yeah.
I think he literally got two forms in Mario Kart Tour. Like he got the gold version and the normal version. I have both, and I think he would have been a really good addition. I'd put him over Pauline.
But what of what we did get, what do you think is the best and what do you think is the worst? I think the worst is pretty obvious here.
Mm-hmm.
Funky Kong.
Okay. I know you're kidding. I was about to cry.
I'm joking. I'm kind of joking. I've never played as Funky Kong in the game yet, and I don't really want to because he's a heavy and I don't like his overall design. I have played as Peachette in the game multiple times now.
Yes, you have. You played it the first time when you played at my house.
Yeah.
First person to understand, help me understand why they added that character, and we'll get a month of Nitro.
Okay. My question, Peachette barely exists at all. No. She's a power-up version of Toadette.
In one re-release of a game. Not even in the original game, in a re-release.
I could name 50 Mario characters that deserve the spot over Peachette.
First of all, if you're doing fan service, then put in Bowsette.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
or Wapeach.
Or what?
The introduction of Wapeach.
Of Wapeach
Mario
and
Kart 8
Mario
Deluxe
Kart 8
Booster
Deluxe.
Booster Course Pass, Wapeach.
No, we don't need any more Peach.
But they did it for Pink Gold Peach and Baby
variants.
Rosalina. They could.
Yeah. Peach Ed is that's the worst.
That's what happens when you got 4 characters in a row and you don't know who else
That's
to
true.
throw in there.
What do y'all think the best is then?
Funky Kong, I think. Big nostalgia hit from Mario Kart Wii. Even if it's not my favorite character, it's still fun.
I do love playing as Funky Kong, but as a Piranha Plant connoisseur, I'm gonna go with my boy Petey Piranha. I haven't gotten to play as Petey Piranha in a game till Mario Kart Tour, and I think I got him in what games was he? No, I didn't play. I had never played Double Dash, so I was really excited to get to play as Petey Piranha, and he's definitely my favorite character.
For sure.
If I could also go, I also would probably say Diddy Kong just because he's a midweight, and
Yep.
I have different combinations for each
Yeah,
class, but I also really do like the Mii costumes.
that's true.
They are pretty cool.
I'm gonna say the best for me is Wiggler because the funny thing, just the funny image of being Wiggler, riding on a Wiggler, running into a Wiggler is too much. It's too much for me. I love.
I do love the addition of Wiggler, especially where I played Mario Kart 7, and was shocked to have it in that game. And then it comes to this game as a choice of how many? 7 characters. Yeah, I think 7 characters.
Yeah.
And out of
8.
8,
there's 1, and then 3, and then 4, so 8.
Right. I think there probably could have been some decently better choices, but I was very happy that Wiggler came back.
Yeah. Such a great addition.
So that's our best and worst for today, which means we get to move on to our fighter by fighter.
I want to attempt it. My lungs are like really bad, but I'm gonna try.
So far, we have
Mario B, DKC, Link A, Samus B, Dark Samus C, Yoshi C, Kirby A, Fox F, Pikachu A, Luigi C, Ness A, Captain Falcon A, Jigglypuff G, Peach D, Daisy B. I did another breath. Daisy B, Bowser A, Ice Climber C, Sheik D, Zelda C, Dr. Mario C, Pichu C, Falco F, Lucina F, Young Link S, Ganondorf C, Mewtwo B+, Roy D, Crom C, Mr. Game & Watch D, Meta Knight B, Pit C+, Dark Pit B, Zero Suit Samus C, and we're on Wario.
Zero Suit Samus is a C-.
C-. I'm also a very slow reader, so I should not have attempted that.
Yeah. So today we're ranking Wario on a tier list. What do y'all think?
Like I always say, depends on the person playing him, but in general, I would give a C.
I think Wario is the only move that I remember from Wario's 2 moves. I remember his bite and his motorcycle, and I remember both of those as being very annoying. So I'm also going to give it a C.
I honestly think Wario is a decent character, but would I put him over characters like Donkey Kong and like put him in a tier above characters like Donkey Kong, Luigi, and like any of the other characters in C? No, I wouldn't. I'd keep him in C tier.
Sick. That was a nice, easy consensus one.
Yep.
Perfect. Our next segment is the Wobject. Hey, this is
future Presto and future Tyler.
Hello.
We're here from the future because we figured that Jake would be bored if we did this segment with him. Today's Wobject is we're going to be announcing some new stuff for Off the Wall. We have brand new playthings.
Whoa.
So many new things to have fun and enjoy with.
I think you guys are going to enjoy a lot of this stuff.
First of all, if you weren't listening to last week's episode, we have a brand new co-host, Octoboy, aka Logan 2. He's helping edit things, and he's going to be on the show more and more often so that Tyler and I have some more room to
It'll be more flexible for all of us.
Yeah.
And me and Preston can't access Discord that well, so
he's our community manager.
He's our community manager.
If you have anything to say to Off the Wall, send it to him, or send it to our brand new email address, offthewallofficial@gmail.com. You can send emails there, and if you have questions, and we'll answer them on the show. This is for those of you listeners who don't have or don't want to get Discord. Just send your question to offthewallofficial@gmail.com, and we will answer it here on the show. And with that email, what we've created is
our YouTube channel. We have an official Off the Wall YouTube channel now.
The channel is Off the Wall, !, a Nintendo podcast. It'll be in the description below. Go leave a like on all the episodes that we have up so far. We're going to upload every episode as a video. There's no actual video to it, but it will be the audio uploaded onto YouTube for you to enjoy. And you can leave a YouTube comment there, and we'll answer that on the show too. So there's another way for you to send in questions.
So many ways for us to answer questions.
So, Off the Wall Official, what we're going to be doing with that is we're going to be uploading the actual podcast, and we're going to be uploading clips from the podcast as shorts. This will help us drive up engagement for the podcast in general. And we're also going to be doing, like, group streams, like whenever we do reacting to Nintendo Directs.
Oh, yeah.
Or that sort of stuff on here. But there's other YouTube channels that also have to do with our show, being my YouTube channel, Presto the Magnificent. Tyler's going to stream stuff on Off the Wall as well. And I'll stream stuff on my own channel, Presto the Magnificent. And what we're going to do is for $5 Patrons, once we have enough, we're going to send out polls of what we should stream in a given week or 2 weeks, or however long we decide the schedule is. And we're going to try to be better at streaming consistently and getting more stuff done. We're
gonna try to grow our audience by streaming more, and also just uploading to more places, like how we're doing YouTube, and we got the email. We can get more interaction with our content. Yeah.
And another thing is we have a question for you guys, because I don't think it would be good to make a certain choice without asking everybody in the community. So the Spotify poll for today's episode, and we're also going to send out this poll on Discord, is should we add ads to our show? Because there is a way that we could do it where we can add ads to our show. It'll probably be 1 or maybe 2 ads an episode, and it will give us some more money so we can keep making the things like this that we like to do.
And and eventually we can buy more games that you guys request that we can talk about on the show.
So that would be an easy way to support us for absolutely free. But we're asking you guys because you're the listeners of the podcast. We don't listen to the podcast. We just make it.
Not really. We listen to it every 20 episodes.
Yeah, every 20 episodes.
Sometimes I don't even listen to it for those. But
we're going to ask you in a poll whether or not we should add ads. And we'll see what the results of that are.
It's completely up to you guys, because you guys are literally our podcast. We're just here recording it to entertain you guys.
Yeah.
And we want your guys' input for this.
Yes.
Because we don't want to put ads and you guys just suddenly leave because, there's ads. I hate podcasts with ads.
Or even just like, I'll still listen to them, but I just don't like that they added ads. Like, I want y'all to be happy with the decision that we made. So we're going to have this poll running until the end of the year. And once it's over, we'll decide whether or not to have ads.
Yeah. And we don't care either way. Either way works for us. But it's a good way to support us if you do. But if you're not, that's totally fine.
Yeah, so go check out the YouTube channel. Leave a subscribe, leave a like. And go watch us when we stream. I think Tyler will be streaming later today when this episode comes out.
Yep.
And make sure to vote on Spotify or Discord on whether or not you want ads or not. And with that, that's all for the Wobject for today. It's nothing really too big other than a whole bunch of big announcements for our show.
Yep.
So
nothing too big other than a big announcement.
Yeah.
Other than big announcements.
I just want to thank all of you listeners so much for continuing to listen and support this show. And here's to another 50 episodes.
Let's do it.
Let's move back on to our next segment. We're also going to do this without Jake because he isn't here when we can record. We're still future Presto and Tyler. Our next segment is Wrong Ranking. So before we hop into the right ranking with Jake's list, we're going to look at the rankings that some of our community members did of their top 5, or in one case, top 10 Mario Kart 8 Deluxe courses. Our first list is from GameBlock. Now, you know this list is obviously wrong because it has a Donkey Kong track at the beginning.
Well, I can see why you put it up there, like for nostalgia purposes, but I still don't see it.
Yeah, so number 1 is DK Summit. Not the best track in the game, but sure,
Definitely
fine,
not
whatever.
the best track in the game. Maybe I didn't even put it in my top 10. Not even my top 15. It wasn't in it.
Yeah, it was in my top 15, I think.
Yeah.
Yoshi's Island. This is a very boring track layout. I understand GameBlock, you like it because it's jazz. Who cares? No, I care about jazz. No, who cares? I don't like jazz.
You like
I'm not
jazz?
Barry B. Benson. Yoshi's Island it's a good course. It's fine. Does it deserve to be number 2? No.
Definitely not.
And his third is Wii Rainbow Road. What?
2 spots higher, please, and we'll be good.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people are ranking this underneath 3DS Rainbow Road, but 3DS isn't even in his top 5. It wasn't in mine either, to be actually.
The fact that you put DK Summit and Yoshi's Island over Wii Rainbow Road is unforgivable.
Yeah.
GCN Waluigi Stadium in 4th place. I'm fine with that. That's
where I put it.
Yeah, that's a pretty solid place for it to be. And Squeaky Clean Sprint, I can understand that being your 5th.
It's a little high for me. I just don't really understand most of the course, but that's fine. I put it like number 20, which wasn't it's not a terrible spot, but
the next course that was submitted was Matty Best, but I think we're going to save that. The next course list that was submitted was Matty Best, aka Regigigas. But I think we're going to wait until last to do her list because
yes, please.
There are some things to say about it.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to move on to Josiah P., runner of the Gaming Corner podcast. And his list, number 2, there is no number 2. And number 1 is Coconut Mall.
Wrong.
Listen, I think Coconut Mall is a perfect track in this game. I think it was really well made. It's not number 1.
Well, as we discussed, as we'll discuss later, Wii Rainbow Road, we mentioned it. Best game in the game. Best course in the game. I'd say in Mario Kart history was 8 Deluxe Wii Rainbow Road. And the fact that you're putting Coconut Mall over it, I wouldn't say it's not even in my top 30, I don't think, Coconut Mall. But it's a good track, but definitely not number 1.
No, I'm sorry, Josiah, but no, you're wrong.
You're way wrong.
Our next list is from our co-host, Octoboy Logan 2. Number 5, Waluigi Pinball.
I respect it.
Yeah, I respect that.
Yeah.
Number 4, 3DS Rainbow Road.
Also respectable.
Respect it. Yeah.
I think I put it at number 5, which is still very close.
Yeah. 3, DK Summit.
A little high.
Yeah, a little high, but I think it's good.
I think it's
Coconut Mall. Too high.
Way too high.
Move it down like 10 spots and you'll be good.
But he didn't make the same mistake like I mentioned as Josiah. He gave number 1 to Wii Rainbow Road.
As he should.
Which means the number 1 course for Off the Wall is Wii Rainbow Road.
Yeah. Well, you're assuming that once we get to our right ranking that I will actually choose Wii Rainbow Road as my track.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming that you're going to do the same.
You're assuming that I'll do the same.
This is true. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And our final list is from Regigigas, aka Maddie Beth. Her number 10, Mushroom Gorge.
Way too high.
This course does not work with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe's engine.
It does not.
And it does not deserve to be this high.
No. Number
9, Vancouver Velocity. You're putting...
Okay. visual here. I do like Vancouver Velocity. I can see why other people like it more than other tracks. But number 9 is way too high.
I agree. I don't think any Tour City track should be in the top 10. Maddie Beth's number 8 is Rosalina's Ice World. I respect that. I don't think it's top 10 worthy, maybe like top 15, top 20, but it's good. It's good enough to be up there.
I'd personally say it's a little high, but we'll roll with it. Number 7 is Waluigi Pinball. I think that's exactly where I placed it.
I think it's way too low. Number 6, she has Maple Treeway.
Too high.
Too high. Yeah, I agree.
I like it in 8 Deluxe. I think they could have. I think the 5 courses that weren't in the game besides Luigi Circuit fit better than Maple Treeway and Mushroom Gorge.
Moving on to her top 5, she has number 5 is Sydney Sprint.
That's a disgrace.
You're putting a really terrible looking tour level over Maple Treeway, Waluigi Pinball, Rosalina's Ice World, Vancouver Velocity, and Mushroom Gorge. Not to mention every other track in the game.
You want to know what else she put under it? 2 of them. Waluigi Stadium, 3DS Rainbow Road.
True. What? Like,
and every other Rainbow Road in the game besides the one that's higher.
The further I get through this list, Maddie Beth, the less and less I respect you as a person.
Fair.
Speaking of, her number 4 is Wii Rainbow Road.
That's way too low.
Yeah, you cannot put 3 tracks above Wii Rainbow Road, especially when those 3 tracks are DK Summit, which is good but doesn't deserve that high, Daisy Circuit, and Daisy Cruiser.
First off, you put Daisy Cruiser above Daisy Circuit. Wrong.
Second off, you're putting the 2 Daisy tracks, the basically just like a slightly better Mario Circuit and a random cruise ship in the middle of the ocean, over Wii Rainbow Road.
And every other track in the game. Oh, every other track in the Boosted Course Pass.
Maybe they should just rename their podcast to Off the Daisy at this point. I want to off the Daisy.
I want to off the Daisy too.
And with that, that's wrong ranking. Thank you everybody for sending in your list, except for Maddie Beth.
Disclaimer: we're being very, very extra exaggerate and such for the show. Love you, Maddie Beth. Don't worry about us being very exaggerate. This is not our actual opinions of the person.
Yeah, I can respect two of the 4 lists. Josiah and Maddie Beth were a little odd.
Josiah's probably just memeing, but
probably
Maddie Beth is. I'm sorry, you are above. You are unable to fix yourself now.
Yep.
It's impossible.
Yep.
And with that, that's wrong ranking, which means we're going to move on to Jake. He's going to go through his list in the right ranking.
That means we get to move on to the meat of today's show.
As we've been going for a half hour already.
Well, yeah, but it's only like 24 minutes for the non-Patreon viewers.
True.
We're going on to our first segment, the ultimate right ranking. We're done. And today, for the 50th episode of the show, and to celebrate the release of all 96 tracks, we're going to be ranking all of them from number 96 to number 1. Now, we're going to be going pretty fast on this because we don't want it to take 3 hours. So we're just going to give probably a 1-sentence explanation of why you put it there. So we'll start with Jake's number 96, the worst track in the game, to answer Monkey Thunder's earlier question.
There we go.
All right, so I actually have a 2-way tie. This depends on my mood. So 96, 95, Toad Circuit and Paris Promenade.
And why is that?
For Toad Circuit, it just looks like crap. And then Paris Promenade, you see the little thumbnail for what it's going to be. You're like, wow, this is going to be super cool. And then you get there, and then you like go off the ramp, and then you see the tower, and then you're like, this looks like cardboard. Like there's just no quality. Like,
I think the Wave 1 tracks were not given what they deserved.
nope.
Yeah, you're doing it off of that kind of quality. I'm doing it off of track layout. So my list is probably going to be a lot different from yours.
Yeah,
'cause
me
too. I have visual quality.
I wasn't looking at visual quality, really. I was looking at how, like, exhilarating the tracks were.
Yeah, for my bottom like 30, there's not really an explanation. They're just bad ones because half of them I can't even remember. So 95, it's 94.
Yeah.
New York Minute cannot
New
even
York
remember.
Minute.
That's a place to put that track.
Okay, 93, Vancouver Velocity. Again, cannot remember a single thing about this track, and if I do, it's probably not going to be good.
I'm going to Vancouver Velocity IRL in a year from tomorrow.
Oh, a year. Wow.
Yeah. What's your number? 92.
All right, Major Drive. Again, cannot remember a single thing about this track. So,
Yeah.
It's literally in the last wave.
Yeah, here it
Yeah,
lays.
It
exactly.
has soccer balls. That's what I remember.
The main thing I remember about that track is the stadium and how the music changes in the stadium, and it's really cool.
Yeah.
That's the best part of that track.
All right, so we're on number 91, Bangkok Rush. Same reason, can't remember a single darn thing about it.
That's okay.
What's your 90?
My 90, Tokyo Blur. Like I said, it's Blur. I'm just gonna say right now, all the Mario Kart Tour tracks suck because they are
Except
just
Ninja
too
Highway.
wide.
Ninja Highway was good.
Except all the
Maybe.
all the
All the ones that are labeled as Tour.
Yeah.
Like, all the city tracks.
all the city tracks are.
What
kinda-
happened in Tour should have stayed in Tour. There were so
I
many.
think, like,
I think some things are worth it, but I think some things aren't.
I think
the city tracks are one of
courses
those
like
things,
Athens Dash were worthy of this.
which we'll talk about later.
We'll
But
talk about it later.
yeah, Jake, 89.
All right, 89, London Loop. This also was another disappointment because the thumbnail looked really good, and then you get there, and then you're just looking around, and there's like nothing there. Like none of these tracks, or at
It
least
took
a lot of the
London
tour
loop
tracks,
around my brain, and then it left.
Yeah, for being a tour, they're like I don't remember seeing anything.
I never played that track in Tour.
No. All right, so number 88, Berlin Byway. I'm just going to read all the ones that I don't remember. So we got 88, Berlin Byway, 87, Amsterdam Drift, 86, Riverside Park, 85, Los Angeles Lap, 80, that one's just weird, Lap. Like,
Laps.
It's
three,
laps.
It's laps.
it's laps. Yeah, it's whatever. 84, GBA Mario Circuit. This one feels super empty and doesn't resemble the old one that much. And they could have just done a lot with it. 83 Snowland, 82 Sydney Sprint, 81 Mario Circuit, SNES, 80 Singapore Speedway. I think this is one of the better tour tracks actually, just because it's unique. Like you get to fly up, like up to the I can't remember what the towers are called, but you just it's a little more
It's good.
memorable. 79 Athens Dash, 78 Rome Avanti, 77 Shroom Ridge. This one feels like a bootleg. I forgot what the name was.
Toad Harbor.
No, not Toad Harbor. It's the other one. Toad
Turnpike?
Turnpike. Yeah, that's what it is. 77 Sky Garden again. Bootleg. I can't remember the freaking names. Cloud Top Cruise. Then 76 Mario Circuit. Okay, we're starting to get to a few of the better courses. These are my mid tracks.
You put Cloud Top Cruise in the bad.
No.
you
I
put
said Sky Garden was a bootleg.
Oh, I thought you
of
said
Cloud
Cloud. I'm
Top
like, I was
Cruise.
gonna flip out.
This is going to be a dumb list, but it's not that dumb. 75 Chaco Mountain. This one was a pretty big improvement, but again, can't really remember that much. A lot of the DLC tracks were imported from Tour, and so they included a lot of the assets, and I'm just not really a big fan of that. 74 GCN Baby Park. This one's unique, but just chaotic and not that fun overall. 73 Daisy Cruiser. Daisy Circuit's the superior course, enough said. 72 DS Cheap Beach. This one's fun, but it kind of feels a little all over the place, and so for that I put it down here. 71 Toad's Turnpike. This one is a good track, but it just like the music, it feels like there's a lot of build up and then nothing actually happens. And then it's just an 8, like something you'd expect from Tour, which is not something I could say for a lot of the Mario Kart tracks. 70 GCN Dry Desert. This overall the desert tracks just kind of suck. So it's not really saying much that this is this far down here, so that's there. 69 Sky High Sunday. This one was supposed to be original, but it was obvious it was supposed to be for tour.
It was meant. It was proven that it was meant for tour.
I'm disappointed that's so low for you.
If there were more details added, this would be better than Sweet Sweet Canyon. But the physics don't make sense. You can clip through some stuff, and it just kind of looks janky. So had potential, but no. 68. Gotta say, the music for this one was the first time I listened to a Mario Kart track and was like, "Wow, that's kind of creepy." Because it's the Boo Lake.
I like Blue Lake's theme.
I like Blue Lake.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of the. Can't remember what game it's from, but like the old one where there's just like it's a circle.
Ghost Valley.
Yeah, Ghost Valley. Yeah, kind of reminds me of that one. 67 Rock Mountain. I actually cannot remember for the life of me what this one was about.
There was a really big glider section.
That doesn't really narrow it down, so we're gonna keep going. 66 Donut Plains 3. Yeah, for being related to donuts, there's no donuts here, and I'm kind of disappointed on that.
I agree.
Yeah, I've thought that for years.
There's no donuts there.
Mario Circuit 3. Again, can't remember. 64 Ninja Hideaway. Again, one of the better tour tracks. I think this is going to be the highest tour track you see here. It's unique, but yeah, again, still reeks too much of tour for me. 63 Piranha Plant Cove. This one points for originality, but
highest tour track you'll see here is Ninja Hideaway, and then immediately followed by Piranha Plant Cove, which is a tour track.
I couldn't remember if that was a new one or not, because there was a couple new ones. I feel like I set Tyler off, so I'm just going to say sorry before we get to the top 20. 62 Sunset Wilds didn't include the Sunset Mechanic from the source material, so for that it's going to get docked points. 61 GBA Sherbet Land. There's a lot of sherbet and there's land, so I guess it lives up to the name. And then I thought I was going to put this next one up a lot higher, but 60 Rosalina's Ice World. Usually I'm a lot more biased with Super Mario Galaxy related tracks. Music on this one's pretty cool, but I was the most disappointed with the render of the Comet Observatory because it just looked so cheap. Like, I just think, like, the 2007 one looks a lot better. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was a little bit disappointed. 59 Calamari Desert. 58 Water Park. This one's pretty good, but it feels a little short.
The fact that you put that as 58 and I put that as 89.
Yeah, shows how much we differ opinions. 57 Super Bell Subway. This one was a very unique idea, and I really enjoyed it, but just didn't really quite click for me. 56 Excitebike Arena. I think the coolest thing about this is that it's different every time, but it's just an oval. If you get ahead, you pretty much stay ahead, and if you're behind, you pretty much stay behind. So that's what I have to say about that. Then 55 Bowser Castle 3. This one got a huge glow up.
Ooh,
it doesn't even look like the same track from the SNES version, but again, just kind of felt random and spontaneous. It's a couple better Bowser castles. 54 Dragon Driftway. Again, for feeling super long, it's not that long at all. There's a ton of curves.
I have Dragon Driftway as my 54.
Oh, is it? Oh, wow. Okay, that's funny.
That's very impressive that we had the same. I've been looking through seeing if we had the same for anything. That's
all right. Crazy. 53 is Peach Gardens. This one, a lot of the Wii ones are the courses that were in Wii, or I thought was going to be biased against, and this one was kind of the exception. Like, the last lap is pretty cool. That's my one problem with the tour tracks, is that it tries to be unique by having a different route every time. But I just prefer quantity over quantity, and there was just so much on that track, but I don't remember any of them. And then for this one, it was pretty interesting, though the difficulty was dialed down a lot, because the flower patches
for sure
went down. Again, it's the tour version of the track, and so it's going to be made a lot easy. Let me see. 52 Merry Mountain. This one was very fun to play on. The quality was awesome, and then we were just playing Christmas, so this was a treat, but again, nothing too memorable. I don't know if these next few are going to be controversial or not. 51 Waluigi Stadium.
What? Literally one of the best tracks in the game. Why is that so low? Give me one good explanation.
I'll wait. I just feel like the physics were better in other games, because when you go over like the ramps and stuff, you could be hit with the lightning and you would fall down and have to redo.
That's how it does it in Wii.
And Wii, yes, but that's not in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And I do have nostalgia since it was in Wii, but I just have a feeling the old ones are better just because they are old. Do you guys need a minute?
Just keep going. Just keep going. You'll be
All
fine.
right, yeah. 50 squeaky clean sprint. This one was a very fun surprise. I love the idea, but if it was in the base game, I probably would have put
The
it
fact
higher.
that isn't in your top 48 is
I know.
interesting.
I told you guys this was going to be a controversial list, and I wrote this based off purely memory, so I wouldn't be swayed by looking them up. So this is based fondly off of how much I remember and how much fun they are. 49 Ice Outpost. This one,
That's
I
too
feel
high.
like this one gets too much hate, but then again, it is kind of boring. I think the 2 tracks are fun, and then near the end, it is kind of interesting. 48 Shy Guy Falls. I don't see the fun behind this one, even though the music is pretty banging. It just feels way too short for what it is. And then I don't want to read this next one because I know you guys are gonna have a heart attack.
Do it.
47 Waluigi Pinball.
How dare you?
You have
There was just the quality just does not live up.
It
does.
does.
It
But
should have been.
Waluigi Pinball looks amazing on the Switch. That's the best it's ever looked.
Yeah, I know it looks decent at best, but I didn't grow up with it. I played it, and I was like, yeah, that's.
I
a
didn't
fun
grow up
track.
with it either. I still love it as a track.
Yeah, it fits Waluigi's quality. So in the future, it might go up, but for right now, it's right there. So now we move to the now.
This is the official list forever. You can't change it after you put it on the podcast.
Yeah, this is the right ranking.
All right, then,
Yeah.
then rest in peace, Waluigi Pinball. Now now we're getting somewhere. Tier 46, Dolphin Shoals. This
Okay.
one,
You can't-
it's pretty. No, it's pretty, and the music is good, and but it lived up to most of its full potential. 45 GBA Cheeseland. This one feels like a meme, honestly.
I feel like that one was just for a joke. Like, I don't think
like
they needed.
Cheeseland. Like they should. Like if they did something, they should have gone like all out. But there's just
It's
more
just another
blandness.
desert track with cheese.
Yeah, like they didn't use the
I-
cheese aspect.
I like
of
the
it,
ending
so.
shortcut though. Like
The
where,
ending
when
shortcut-
you go on the glider and you have to
Yeah, like
use
I-
multiple mushrooms.
Like when I was doing this one, I actually managed to get from 11th place to first place using that shortcut.
yeah,
so
that's a good.
it does.
I
It
like
is
to
pretty
bag
cool.
on that track.
44 Bone Dry
Big
Dunes.
comeback.
44 Bone Dry Dunes. This is one of the better ones. Like
I know a lot of people put that in like bottom 90.
No, this is
I'm
no
personally
the only.
a fan of Bone Dry Dude.
A lot of the Wii U ones. I know I have nostalgia for Wii, but I do have nostalgia for the Wii U, and so I don't know because I used to go to my cousin's house and they would have this movie room, and so I got to play these like the high quality tracks on the projector, and so I just used to think like usually like if it's a cartoon like it's pretty good, but like seeing Mario in such like a realistic setting was just mind boggling for me. Like I think if we went from the tour tracks or the tour level quality in the base game, and then in 2023 went to the base game quality, I feel like
It would have worked. A lot
it would
better,
have worked. Yeah, it would have had a lot more positive reception. But yeah, I do like the little boat guy, the toad boat that threw out coins. It does feel a little more memorable, but again, it's a desert track, so nothing much to say there. 43 GC and Yoshi Circuit. I do have fond memories of this one, especially the final stretch. That's where I think I've sniped the most people with green shells, and so I do have memories for that one. But then
With
then
Koopas.
with Koopas, yep. And then the shape is pretty cool, but past that, not a whole lot to see here. 41. Oh wait, 40.
The
Did,
two
I put,
41s.
did I put Ice Outpost twice? Oh, whoops.
Well,
Okay, yeah, 41 Daisy Circuit. This is the superior Daisy Circuit
By far.
by far. The music's pretty good, even though I feel like it felt more of the tour aspects were added, like
it
the
felt
ramp.
way more tour-esque than it should have.
Yeah, so
It's because it replaced Piranha Plant Pipeline.
Mhm.
That was originally going to, but they didn't put it in, so they rushed Daisy Circuit in, I think.
Yeah, but for nostalgia and the track layout, I do think it's pretty good. 40 and Koopa Cape, these two are from the same cup. I think it's the Lightning Cup from the Wii. So we do have I think we do it. So we got
We've got the
Daisy
full, like,
Circuit. Yeah, we have the full cup. So we got Daisy Circuit, Koopa Cape, Maple
Maple
Treeway, and then Grumble Volcano.
yeah.
So yeah, Koopa Cape is a very yeah. I'm just gonna let you think that. Koopa Cape, it's a fun idea. Again, it didn't feel as... This is gonna sound
It was
weird,
a lot
wet.
better in the Wii.
It didn't feel as wet.
Okay,
No,
that's a good.
It felt really dry for
Yeah,
the mountains looked too flat.
like it looked like they put good detail, but they also didn't. Like it looked very tour-esque to me.
All the tourist tracks just don't do it for me. 38 3DS Music Park. This one is one of the better unique ideas. And then I don't really know what else to say for that one, so we're going to put it there. 37 Sweet Sweet Canyon. This one,
why do you have it so high?
I don't know if nostalgia has anything to do with it, but I just think like the small details, like the donut shortcuts, the little toad crackers in the stands,
I like the donut shortcut.
And then the honey you can fall in. I always I got good enough that I stopped falling into it, but it's always just fun to see that as you walk by or drive by. 36 Twisted Mansion. This is the superior Boo themed track to the what was it? Boo Lake. Yeah. The quality's better. The music.
It's actually interesting.
I feel like if it did have the creepy music, it definitely would have been a bit higher. But like the library is pretty cool. I always thought the water part was a little funky.
Yeah, I don't know why did they put water in it?
Yeah, I feel like what if we went into a cellar and we saw corpses and like toads hanging from nooses and
cool.
stuff? That would be awesome.
Come on, let's see a little toad murder in here. Okay?
Yeah, 30
little toad murder.
35 DS Wario Stadium. I don't. Wario and Waluigi both got a stadium, and I feel like Wario's was
and
a
Luigi
little
didn't
bit
get a
better.
single track.
No, for having so many in the past, he just didn't get.
He doesn't have a single track in the game at all.
All right, now we're starting to get to the peak tracks. Moonview Highway, another one from the Wii. This is how of all the Tour City tracks, they did not take a single thing from the good ones, and Moonview Highway knew how to do a city track.
Yeah, that's the best city track.
Like you start. I feel the only bad thing about this track is the cars. They used to be so much more dangerous. Now they're just easy to avoid.
To be honest, I still run it.
No.
I do if I'm going 200cc using a mushroom on time trials.
200cc.
Oh, yeah, no one's that good.
Me if I'm lucky.
If you're lucky, yeah.
If I'm
lucky. 33 Animal Crossing. This one is it's really cool because it changes. The quality looks super good. The music changes.
The only reason Animal Crossing isn't in like the lower 90s is because of the winter version.
Yeah, that is true. 32 Neo Bowser City. This one, I don't know if I was the only one to realize this.
What number is that for you?
32 Neo Bowser City.
Okay.
So there is a Wii main theme Wii reference in the song, and I always thought that was cool. Like every time I heard it, like, hey, there's a Wii reference. But then like it is and then it was a very cool Bowser track. Like the aesthetic was cool, like futuristic, but it's different from the Fire tracks. Like usually you think of Fire, but then this one's more.
And it has that really annoying turn on 200cc.
Okay. Yeah, I can't pass that with any vehicle.
Yeah, so it's pretty good. 31 3DS Piranha Plant Slide. This one looks super.
Why is that so high?
Why is it so low?
No, I always thought I thought the theme and idea of this track was cool, where you go into a pipe and then you go into like the sewers, and then you go deeper, and then like there's this giant construction of this giant pipe. I always thought that was super cool. And then you go out, and then it's themed after the Super Mario Bros. Castle. You just come out of the castle.
If you can come out of the castle, because that glider section is
so aesthetically it was a super cool track. And I think it belongs here. 30 Bowser's Castle. This is the Wii U iteration. This I feel like this encapsulates Bowser the best. Like the guitar riffs, everything is huge. There's fire, the giant statue of him. My favorite part is the flying into the feels like a canyon. Like you're flying over the lava, and then like it's just, like, and then the mountains, and then just the plains leading up to the castle. I just think that's super cool. 29 Hyrule Circuit. This is a tie.
You're biased.
This is I thought this was going to be a lot higher, but it actually isn't. So this is a tie between 29 and 28. Hyrule Circuit and DS TikTok Clock. I know it sounds super weird. Hyrule Circuit. It's a love letter to Zelda fans for sure. The castle looks super good, and then Oh, just seeing the castle in the beginning part of the track is just super cool. I kind of wish we went in like a cave or somewhere.
Yeah.
Like you went into the castle and then you're just like
a forest, but it could have been cool to go inside a cave.
yeah, that would have been cool. Let me see here. 27 Yoshi's Valley. I thought the idea of having a ton of different routes, even though if there are obviously better ones, was a super cool idea. So it can be a different experience every time. And then it just looks super good for, like, you could see it fits Yoshi perfectly. 26 Toad Harbor. This one, I thought this was going to be a lot lower, but I played it and I thought that was super fun because, like, toads have houses, but they don't have cities. And so it was cool, like, you start by the ocean side and then you, like, go into the town where there's booths and...
it feels lived in.
Yeah, it feels
like you're actually racing through a toad.
Yeah,
harbor.
like all the tour tracks are just empty, but this one, like, there's toads. Like the city feels just super real. And 25 Mario Circuit. I don't know
which one.
The
don't say
the base game one.
Okay.
No, this is one of the cooler ones where the longer like. I don't want to say lore-wise, but it's pretty cool to see, like, this is the first time in the Mario Kart series, or one of the first times you use anti-gravity, and just, it's familiar, but it's new. Tyler's having an aneurysm right now. Yeah, this is the most controversial list I think we're ever going to hear. 24 and 23 are another tie, Royal Raceway and DK Jungle. Royal Raceway, I think, is the perfect course for a bunch of princesses.
Yes.
The quality looks super cool. Like I love the balloons. It kind of sucks you can't go into the castle anymore. I wish they could have done an Easter egg or something with that, but
it's Christmas.
I digress. Yeah, it is Christmas. Wii Grumble Volcano. This one is... I feel like this is a lot better than a lot of the Bowser tracks, because there's the fireballs...
Too high.
Too low.
Very much too high.
No, there's just...
I hate Grumble.
No, I just love how the chorus just breaks off and it gets smaller. It's just such a good track. The music's pretty good too. So now we're getting to the chorus before the top 20, DK Summit. I'd say of all the Wii tracks, this one was done the most dirty because it doesn't feel like a snow track. Like in the Wii, the skybox was entirely white. You felt like you were in the middle of a storm. Like the wood looks like old, like the cannon shot just felt like you were going way up there. And
this
then,
one looks like it was remodeled recently.
Yeah,
but yeah. This one,
the art style is different. It's like
like there's not a lot of snow. The sky's too blue. The cannon shot just feels.
It's not really meant to be a snow
like
track. It's meant to be a
in
mountain
February.
track.
That's what it feels like.
Yeah, it did not live.
I don't think it's necessarily meant to be a snow track. More so like a mountain track.
Yeah, Mount Mario is, I feel like, overall better, but DK Summit I do have a lot of heart for it because I did set a world record a while ago, and so I just played this course over and over.
Yeah.
And it was just fun because like it felt sort of like it felt real kind of because like it felt like the snow experience. Like, everything looks old, you can't really see, but once you do get those grand shots of like all the valley below you, it just looks super cool.
I do prefer in the Wii.
Yeah,
I prefer most tracks in the Wii over a Deluxe. But
yeah,
I prefer the A Deluxe versions, but I also just don't like Wii's mechanics that much.
And I love Wii's mechanics just because they're janky. Okay, now we enter the top 20. Yeah, strap in. Okay, number 20, we got Sunshine Airport. This one feels super cinematic. Super
I have
cool.
that as my number 20.
Oh, actually,
that's a double match.
All right, yeah, this one. Seeing the plane.
I'm not gonna match them at all.
I love the little inclusion of the Galaxy Air. Just seeing like that's a perfect Easter egg for Galaxy.
Yeah.
Just being able to like you start in the airport and then you go out to bagging and then just going onto the planes and then you like shoot up into the sky. It's awesome. It's a lot more fun than I've ever had in an airport. I don't know if this is going to be controversial, but 19 SNES Rainbow Road. I feel like a lot of my problems with the tour tracks was that the lighting was just bad.
So it was beautiful writing.
Like, yeah, I think this one it looks so good, even if it's not the best Rainbow Road. Not really.
Not the best layout, but it's like one of the best looking tracks in the entire.
It's the hardest Rainbow Road.
Yeah, and it just looks pretty. Like I love seeing like
it's
the
houses
best, downstairs.
It's
like
one of the best looking tracks in the entire game.
Yeah, I think that's what
one of the more
me.
boring layouts, but one of the best tracks in the whole game. Like,
yeah,
best looking.
Yeah, I think that's what did it for me. 18, Mushroom Gorge. This one got nerfed a ton. The mushrooms don't look bouncy at all. It doesn't feel like it feels fresh. Like it just doesn't feel like it's like
It's a
my
different
like
art,
my
it's
like
a different art style. Than
like yeah
for
like
sure.
my headcanon is that it was like left alone for like ever, like after, like it's just kind of like a Narnia almost thing. Like you just like find it like all by itself, and like there's just the cave. I obviously prefer the Wii a lot more. 17 Cloud Top Cruise. This one's pretty epic.
I agree.
Painting just like the clouds, the beanstalks look super cool. Gus the Garden reference, just incredible. 16 GBA Ribbon Road. This one reminds me of Toy Story, honestly, a lot. But like just the ribbons look super cool, and the
And it's the idea that it's like in a child's bedroom and you can see the whole room around you. The entire time.
it remind. I think this one and Squeaky Clean Sprint are kind of like
They're the big
anthologies.
house level.
They're the big house level, yeah. No, 15 Wii U Rainbow Road. This one just really encapsulated the in space feel. Like it feels like a space station. So yeah, I do like the more organic levels a lot more, where like you're just by yourself. But this one was executed pretty well, I think. 14 Electrodrome. If you didn't think this was Electrodome at least one point in your life, you're lying. Like obviously it was supposed to be a DJ track.
I definitely didn't have it written in my thing as Electrodome.
yeah, I caught you there. And so, I lost my train of thought. Electrodrome, yeah. So aesthetics really cool. I like how the music changes midway through, and it just feels like you're in a club, which isn't something you'd think you'd find yourself in a Mario game.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually had that swap with Cloud Top Cruise. So Cloud Top Cruise is actually 13, and Electrodrome is 17. And so we move up, and then we got Wild Woods. I used to think this track kind of sucked, and it is not. I feel like it is a little high, but like just looking at it from an outside point, it's super cool. Like you just got the Shy Guys in the woods,
Kind of like a glorified Maple Treeway.
Yeah, except just not orange, and like
Cave Maple Treeway.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. So 12 N64 Rainbow Road. This is the face of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. It is by far one of the I think it's one of the easiest tracks in any CC, just because if you fall off, it's because someone bumped you off, or you're in 200 CC,
or you're bad at the
game. Or you're just bad at the game. But I love the city below, the train, the quality just looks super good. 11 is Mario Kart Stadium from Wii U base game.
What?
That's my number 95, and you put it as number 11.
I know, that's
my number 90, and you put it as number 11.
No, this is, I think, one of the ones I'm most nostalgic with, because it was the first Mario Kart 8 track as much as any others, as it was for a lot of people. But I just like the introduction to the hyper realistic style of the game, and I think driving up into the skyline like in the nighttime was just super cool, and then the final gliding section, I think that it just did it for me. I know people hate it, but I liked it.
I want to get good at that.
I don't hate it. I just think
boring.
It's mid as flip.
Yeah. I want to get down that final turn where you can like turn right into the wall and like go horizontal, go parallel with the ground. I want to try to master that.
Yeah.
Right.
That's really interesting.
10. Top 10.
Top 10. Here
How many Wii tracks we got?
Oh boy.
Number 10, Moo Moo Meadows. This one had the hugest blow up.
I agree.
Like, I actually, I don't want to say gasped because that's just weird, but, I was super shocked because it looked super realistic. The violin sounds incredible. Kind of wish they didn't add the glider section, but I digress. It's pretty cool. Number 9 is Mute City. This one looks super good as well. Quality's awesome. Wish it was a little faster though, because source material is fast. Number 8 is 3DS Rainbow Road. This is one of the higher DLC tracks. I had never played it before this, but I thought that road looks super good.
It does. It's legitimately beautiful.
It's probably my favorite track to time travel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because there's just so many different things you can do. It's just beautiful to look at. Losing my voice. let me see, 8 or 7 is Mount Wario. This one is it like in 2023, everyone's attention spans are kind of short. And so for this one, every like few seconds there's just something new.
Yeah.
And it just looks like it's weird to think you start in the helicopter and then like you go down. It just feels supernatural.
It's a really good course. I never liked Mount Wario until I played it for this list, and then I'm like, okay, this track is phenomenal.
Yeah. I don't know if this is going to be controversial either. 6, Big Blue. I think this is one of the best single lap tracks in the game. Just
we know Jake likes single lap tracks because he just had 3 of them listed in his top 10.
I personally only like Big Blue on 200cc. Otherwise, it's boring.
Yeah, I guess that is true, but it's just fun. It's fun to do 200cc. Just seeing the city in the background, all the flying cars, is super cool. Number 5, Thwomp Ruins.
Wow, I'm surprised someone put it high like that. Like
I know. I love the lore.
I love this track so much.
Like it looks incredible. Like down to the little dandelions. Like they're just blowing in the wind. Like you go into the temple, you see these little slabs rolling around, and then you get to like the courtyard where like all these rusted thwomps are, and you're just thinking like was this an old Bowser base or something? It's the lore is just so fun to think about, and then the final part is just cool too, where like there's like this pretty long stretch, and then just like the final glide, and then the music's just peak. Yeah, so I'm surprised it got that high, but
I'm surprised someone put it that. I didn't think people liked that much as I did.
Yeah.
Where do you have Thwomp Ruins on your list?
We'll find out in about an hour.
But yeah.
Number 4 is Wario's Gold Mine.
You put it very close to where I put it.
Oh, no,
very close.
You put that very high.
I have to go here in a second, but you guys need to send me your list so I can look at them.
Yep.
This one feels like a roller coaster. I'm really nostalgic with this one just because like it looks so much better, but it's not what makes it a good track. It's just the layout is super cool. The music's awesome. Like just the progression. You start out in like the outskirts of the mine, and then you make your way in, and then the carts aren't really as like they're there to help you.
Yeah.
Instead of like knock you off the track. So the difficulty level was eased up a little bit. Number 3 is Coconut Mall. This one was done super dirty. And
you put it as number 3, so it clearly wasn't.
Well, yeah, I know it was like the quality was just dumbed down a lot.
All Wave 1 tracks were done dirty.
Oh yeah, I know,
They
but like
really
the
were.
uniqueness is just super good. The music, super good. The layout is like it's just one of the better ideas.
Yeah,
it's a mall. You're driving in a mall.
True.
Obviously, it could have been number 1, but it did lose a couple things. Let me see. Number 2. What did I put? Oh, I put DK Mountain, but I meant to swap that with Cloud Top Cruise. So Cloud Top Cruise was supposed to be number 2.
Well,
and DK Mountain was supposed to be. So I'll just say what DK Mountain was. It was pretty cool, but a lot of the difficulty was just lost.
Mm-hmm.
Like it felt too wide. But yeah, Cloud Top Cruise is just peak. And then my number 1 course in Mario Kart. You guys want to guess what it is?
Good Egg Galaxy.
Pretty close to Wii Rainbow Road. I cannot say how happy I was that this was finally included.
I knew it was coming since Wave 2.
Yeah.
Looking at data mines. Yeah. And I was like, we're getting like my top 5 track of all time.
We love that the last track in the game is the best track in the game.
Yeah,
and
they did a super good job with that.
That's amazing to me.
I used to think it did not look good at all, but the longer I played it, the track looks super good. Layout is just incredible, and it's my favorite
difficult.
Wii track. It's still difficult.
And
they added railings.
They kept the falling effect with the atmosphere.
Yeah, with the atmosphere when you fall down.
I love that they kept that.
Yeah, so it's super good, and that's my list for 96 tracks.
Incredible.
Bit of a controversial, but we respect all lists.
This episode is going to be very long, so hey guys, this is the end of this part of the episode. We're going to release the second part probably tomorrow. It's probably out already if you're listening to this later, but this is going to be a 2-parter because of how long it is. Thank you all for listening to Off the Wall.
See ya.